Hey everybody, what's up? It's Raspy LaShayla Dawson today.
It's T as well. Look, I welcome to Tip in the Scales. Shay
Thanks,
is
T.
straight. Shay is straight. What's the singer? Anita Baker today.
I am.
Can you
I
drop
am.
a
Ooh.
line for us? Give me an Anita Baker song. What's a good one?
What's a good one? I was over here thinking about Tony Braxton.
Oh, you could be Tony too. Yeah.
Breathe again. That I shall never. No, kidding.
Wait, I gotta literally, you can't remember. Nita, I'm so sorry. You are a legend, but I can't remember.
It's just
your
hard
songs
on the
right now.
spot. I know any
Sweet
songs.
love.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Sweet
be calling
love.
out your name. I feel no shame. I'm in love.
You are
Yeah, there you
sweet love.
go. Thank God somebody can sing on this podcast, and it's not me. What's up,
my
girly?
girl?
I feel like you've been busy. We've been running in circles, the two of us. So, first of all, Tippers, we are so sorry we let you down. We could not record last week. We were absolutely trying
Yeah.
and could not figure it out. Like our schedules was just not going to allow it, but we are back and we're
We are
excited to
back.
kind of be back with you guys. Did you miss me? Did you miss Shay? Did you miss
Of course,
us?
they always miss us, T. They always
Yeah.
miss us. I always hear about it.
Okay, good. It makes me feel good knowing that I've been missed.
Me too, especially when we're like not trying to let them down. We're like, oh my God, our tippers are going to be so disappointed.
We have to record.
But man, I mean, I am exhausted.
Your poor voice. Were you like talking a lot? Because that often happens when you lose your voice. Like I know you had a speaking engagement at Essence, right? At the Essence Festival. Essence
did.
Festival. So yeah,
I
boo,
did.
I see you out there in those streets.
Yeah, shout out to Flau'jae and Taya Cooper. They were my panelists. It was really cool. Shout out to my girl Shannon who booked me on that.
Hey, Shannon, do your thing. Book them, Dano.
Shannon is a beast in the agency space. She puts on
Awesome.
a lot of those events. But just tired emotionally, physically, in every way.
Right?
And your girl is not okay, but it's okay not to be okay.
Yes, it's okay not to be okay.
I showed up today, and I honestly feel so much better talking to you. Like your energy is giving me energy. So
Yay. Well,
thank God
I got all
for
this
this.
pent up energy because it's like pouring down, raining here, like pouring.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I was supposed to I've been doing this beach body boot camp class outdoors, and it's so hard. I burned like a gazillion calories and I did it
So
yesterday.
you're so happy.
So I did it yesterday and it was like, yay. And then it's the reason why I got all this built up energy is pent up energy is because it was canceled this morning because of the rain.
Yeah.
So instead I did like a little workout because Mikkel has like a gazillion dumbbells from like all the way up to like 100 plus, which I'm not even touching. There's like
Mikkel.
2 different size racks. Like one rack goes up to like 70 pounds. And then there's another rack that goes up to like 100 plus. And I don't even get to that other rack. I'm like good on the rack up to 70 pounds. And most of the stuff that I'm doing, I think the heaviest, I mean, there's times when I do like kettlebell swings and stuff and I can go up to like 50-ish pounds. Or if I do like a deadlift.
If I can
can go up
squat,
to about-
I could, yeah. If I'm like squatting, I could do
I
a
was
lot.
squatting,
but not,
like 100.
I'm
Yeah,
so weak.
but the stuff that I'm doing, like a workout like through the Peloton app, it's probably gonna be like, I got 2 30s in my hand.
Yeah.
That's the heaviest I lifted today. I felt like I can go a little heavier, but they were one leg type of we're doing deadlifts, but it was only one leg. And it's harder to balance yourself on one leg.
Mhm.
I was like, nah, I'm good with these 30s. I could probably go out, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But still, I got all this energy that I need to get out, and it's still raining. So I'll probably just go maybe do some yoga. I need to calm my hype ass down. So I'll probably do a little bit of yoga.
Okay, over here acting like Sunny when Sunny need to get out.
I just literally told Sonny, do not bother me. I'm about to record. Do not come upstairs. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, bro. Like, stay downstairs. I was like, that's rude. I'm like, oh, really? As I'm trying to multitask, he wanted turkey burgers, Brussels sprouts, some cooking. He wants like a whole meal right before I record. So
Okay, Chef T getting her boy right for USA.
I pulled it off and then I'm like running upstairs, like, time to record.
I know. It's
Okay.
wonderful.
So I am so excited to talk to you about this topic today because it's
Oh
been
my
like on
God.
my last nerve because I had a personal experience and we kind of touched upon this on an earlier episode, but I think it's worthy of a full discussion and have our undivided attention. So, um, what I'm going to focus on today is
Lego.
the uninvited guests. Okay. Here's the thing, peeps,
Mm,
and you've been warned.
this is great.
You've been warned because a
This
lot
is
of
great.
a lot of my peeps listen to our pod, and thank you very much for being a tipper. But here's the thing: if you're not invited to my home, do not come. And I don't know, like words can mean different things to different people. So
Mhm,
let me explain to you what I mean by that. If I do not say, "Hey, come over and check me out." If I don't say,
mhm,
"Hey, I'm giving this event, stop over." If I don't say, "I would like to see you," that means you are not welcome.
mhm,
It's irregardless of how many cars you see outside of my door, irregardless if you see me walking by with someone in the development, if I don't personally invite you, do not come to my crib
yeah,
because you are not on the list.
yeah,
The next time you do it, I'm going to ask you to leave if my because my door was open and the person just came in and just invited themselves in, like my neighbor just invited herself in, came upstairs, sat down, plopped her foot up, like you got a whole invite, like you weren't supposed to be there. Now you newsy as hell because you probably saw like a little nice Mercedes outside parked and was like, oh, who that for a tea house? You don't really
now
have
that's
company like
weird.
that. So, but don't come
You
to my
see a
freaking
car and the
house.
door open, you walk in, put your feet up, that's weird.
Come on, boo. Don't
No,
come your ass up to my house if you didn't get an invite.
no.
So I was nice the last time because my parents were there and I'm being nice. But the next time you show up to my crib and you're not invited, I'm going to say, please leave. Or you're not going to. Now I know to keep my door locked too. That was a lesson learned. Thank you, Jesus, for the lesson. There's always a teachable, coachable moment in everything that we do. And for me, the moment was keep your doors locked, sis. So I will. But don't come to my crib. Like that annoys me to my core.
Yeah,
It's being uninvited that makes me uncomfortable.
yeah.
Shay, help a sister out. Like, what's your thoughts here? Help me.
I think you're spot on. I don't like uninvited guests, because and sometimes it's not to be mean. It's
Yeah,
just there's a strategy behind it, and
right,
sometimes it's how I protect my peace.
right.
So, I
Yes,
can't entertain 8,000
yes,
types of people at once. I
yeah.
have a goal. If you're at my
Uh-huh,
house and I invited you,
uh-huh.
there's a goal. We either need to catch up, I need to give you my undivided attention, I have something to tell you. This is for your ears only. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
If you're not invited, it's just probably not your conversation, not your
No,
information to be privy to, not your day, sis,
not
bro,
your
you
day.
know? So, yes, I agree with you. And the older I get, I have less and less patience for things that I
Mhm,
don't want. If I don't want you
mhm.
there, and I don't get offended if people don't want me there. I don't want to be there if I'm
Yeah.
not wanted there,
I'm cool. I'm not gonna
right?
just come over to your if I see some people in front of your house and you're having like a little soiree, like
None
you
of
got
my
some
business. I'm
folks,
going to
I'm
my
gonna keep it
house.
moving.
Thank
Because
you.
guess what? I gotta go by this chick's house when I drop off the trash in a dumpster at the end of the development. If I see people at your house, first of all, I don't care who's there, irregardless of who's there, who's not. Like that's none of my business, and I have no
Mhm,
desire to even know. I'm gonna keep it moving. Like I
mhm,
don't want to get an invite to your crib, and I don't want you to think that you get an invite to mine. So
mhm.
let's just be clear. Do not go where you don't get an invite. It's funny because I was talking to my parents maybe like half hour ago. And I was
Of
talking to them
course.
because they were there. And when she left, I was like, really? Like, what's this chick? And they were like, oh, that's bold. She just comes upstairs, take her shoes off, pop her foot up. I was like, that's not cool. My mom was saying, I think it was a friend or a neighbor had like a little barbecue and
A
someone
disturbance.
and some people and someone just showed up uninvited, like, oh, I thought I could come over. I thought it was okay. Like, did you get invited here? Like, why would you think it's okay? And my mom was saying it just expands even more broader. Like, people show up to parties that they didn't get an invite to, but maybe they live in the area or the vicinity. So they're like, oh, I'm just going to check them out and see what's happening. That's a hard no,
It's a
people.
hard no.
Stop that. And my stepdad was like, what about people who like, oh, I'm just going to come for the ride? Nah, like, no. If you weren't invited to come in the car to attend or go somewhere, don't say you're coming for the ride, sweetie.
Yeah,
You didn't get the invite to come for the ride, so you
I
can't
know.
come.
I know.
I don't know what's
And it's
wrong with
hard.
people.
It's hard because sometimes when you're the cool person or
Yeah.
the fun person or the nice person, people feel like they could just absorb your energy.
Yes.
They want to be a fly on the wall to the shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
They just know, like you said newsy, but they newsy.
They nosy. They want to see what's going on when they're
Yes,
not
because
there.
they
Some
know
type of-
you're always
some type of
doing something
FOMO, like
fun or cool
Yeah,
or interesting, and they want to be there. And
yeah.
they already had interactions with you that they feel close enough that they could just invite themselves to everything when it's not the case.
Yeah, you can't come. But I don't know because, FOMO, the feelings of missing out, a lot of people have it really bad.
I know.
I don't. I just don't. I don't
know.
feel like I'm missing out because
We're
I'm not going to
Libras.
miss out something on something that
Libras.
wasn't for me, right? Like,
We're Libras. We're lights. We're energy people.
yeah.
We don't need to miss out because we're always generating the energy.
Yes.
So when we need our space, we need our
Yes.
space because we're trying to re-energize. So we're not the ones craving energy to find. We are creating energy all the time.
Yes.
why.
So
Yeah.
I'm okay missing out.
So we need
I'm
people
not
to
home
learn
like-
us.
I'm not home like,
Learn us.
I wonder what they're doing there. I'm like, nah. I'm cool.
No.
No.
It's so funny too because I'm rarely the person that's calling people and be like, what you doing?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I
feel like you're not a
like to
talk on the
call-
phone person anyway. That's
I'm
not your
not.
jam.
No, I'm not.
No,
talking
you're
phone
not.
person.
Because I'm like, Shay, stop
I'm all-
texting me. Call me.
And when I'm texting you, I'm doing 8,000 other things. And I know you're going to get back to me when you get back to me. So, but I know some people get a text right away and they feel like it's urgent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this person texted me. It's not. I'm just putting it there.
I'm
so
just
I
saying
can-
hi. I'm checking in.
Yeah.
Checking in.
Checking in.
Yes.
But you're right. You're right. Uninvited guests or guests that stay too long and they're not adding value.
Ooh. Staying
Like you're
too
just there and you're just
long.
taking.
You're
I
just
like a
been-
guest who contributes. I really do.
Yeah.
You come to my house and you make sure the spaces are exactly how you found them day in and
It's a
day
good
out.
thing.
You
Yeah.
replenish things in the refrigerator or you buy things that I never had. And you're like, hey, I bought this. I want you to try it. Like,
Yeah.
you put me on?
You know what?
I can
think
do that.
I'm so glad you said that. Like when you're contributing to the space or you're making an impact, you're not just there.
Yeah.
Like I had a few friends over last week. I had this week too, but last weekend. And every single person who was there, except my cousin, was very appreciative. They were like, thank you. We appreciate that. They cleaned up. My one girlfriend pretty much was walking around with like cleaning all the bathrooms before she was leaving. I was like, you don't have to do
Mhm.
that. Like, I'm gonna have somebody turn it over. She's like, no. But she felt like
Mm.
it was important for her to do her part.
'Cause it
And you know
is.
what? When I have something again, she's the first person on the list because
Thank you.
I know Jen gonna be like holding it down and keeping the house clean. My cousin, bed all disarray, bathroom look a freaking hot mess. No thank you, no nothing. It's like, what about the people who are unappreciative? That makes you think
Entitled.
about entitled. But it honestly makes you think about like the next time around, maybe that person shouldn't be on the list too. Like
Yes.
maybe you got to think about a little bit more like, because sometimes for me, I could say for me, sometimes for
Mhm.
me, like I haven't seen certain family members in a long time. I love to just connect with them. And again, like talk about being a Libra and being an energy. Like
Yeah.
I want to like wrap my arms around people. But you know what? It's just this part of like T 2.0 that, because there are a lot of people on the list that I just straight cut off. And I honestly had to pray about it because I'm like, God, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I cutting too many people off? Because the list is very tiny now.
T,
very
I'm with you.
selective.
I'm
Like,
on the same as you, right?
Very. But
Preach.
I honestly prayed about it to make sure that I'm not just that I'm doing the right thing. Like I just wanted to make sure that I had some direction and that God was like in in this process of this evolution, like this new tea, because I'm cutting people off. Like friends, goodbye. Because if I don't really see the friend in you, then
You
I don't
know?
need you in my space either. So I'm trying to be way more intentional about who I let into my space.
Yeah.
But family members too. Sorry, you know, but I love you, but you don't have to be here, like in my space. And that goes for whoever, like family members, same thing. Like I got to be more thoughtful about who's in my space. It's true.
I think that's
I hate
Bible
to
right
say it.
now. No, it's
Yeah.
Bible right now. I'm experiencing the same thing. Like I said at the beginning, emotionally, spiritually, physically tired.
Yeah.
And it's constantly because of the level of service that you want to provide others, right?
Mhm.
Just that experience. You want to give your full self, all that.
Mhm.
And I think I'm also in a period of my life where I'm trying to figure it out. Like I'm up against it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like something's pulling at me and I'm trying to break through
Mhm.
that feeling. I don't know. There's like a blockage or something. So I'm trying to break through that. And
Mhm.
so like if you don't give me the space, if you don't give me the grace, if you give me too
Mhm.
much attitude, if you give me too many things that
Yeah.
are negative and that are about that you and not about like
Yeah.
we and like how are we coexisting in spaces. If you don't see me and I don't see you, let's inquire
Mhm.
about it. Hey Shay, you good? Checking in,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
And
like
when
if
you
it's
say
not
you're
that,
trying
I'm
to
out.
figure yes, goodbye. And you're not looking
Goodbye.
back either. You're not
No, I'm
looking back.
not.
I think that's
Not at
important
all.
too. But when you say you're trying to figure it out, like, is there a process or you just let it come naturally? Like, how do you
Good
go
question.
about trying to figure things out?
So part of it is being still and
Mhm.
not being still, meaning not just sitting still. Sometimes that's the case, but like not planning the next step. Sometimes
Mm.
just take what comes,
Yes.
you know? Like I've had a lot of travel, some business, some personal, but I haven't proactively asked for any of it. But so part of my transition or part of what I do when I'm like searching to get through that like blockage is that I just say yes. And
Mhm.
I go because I know that in there there's things that I didn't plan that God is trying to put in my path or trying to,
Mhm.
help me see or experience or not experience or, say that's just not for you anymore.
Yeah.
Like maybe open my eyes to something.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you
right. Or
evolve over the years and
yeah,
the things and the people who used to make you happy 10 years ago is going to be very much different than what peace and happiness looks like to you
right.
now. Like, I think about sometimes people who just gossip too much. Like, that is like a no go for me.
Yeah.
Like, you like to run your mouth and run it somewhere else because I just don't have time for that drama.
Yeah.
Like, I want this to be like a straight up drama free zone. And if there is anything or anyone that's bringing drama to my life, see ya.
And also, if people are gossiping, this is my rule. If you're gossiping to me, I know you talking shit about me too. So
Okay.
I know I can't have that. I
Okay.
have to stop you right there.
I'm offended when you start coming to me talking about people. I don't want to hear about them people
Yeah.
because
And
you already
what
know
are you saying about me and what are
when
you
you're not
surveying about?
around.
Nope, I don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's
Biggest telltale sign of
it's like,
insecurity and other stuff. It's like,
yeah, when you run in your
No
mouth.
ma'am. No
Yeah.
ma'am. You're not perfect. So don't bring that to
No.
me.
No. And then my thing is like this is what makes you uninvited when you or unwanted.
When they don't realize and they're like, well, why wasn't I
What
invited? Because
happened?
you haven't done a
Why did I get on
survey.
the list?
You haven't done a self-survey of what you
Mhm.
bring or what you take.
Remember that? You better check yourself before you
Before you
wreck
wreck
yourself.
yourself, you better chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes. Check yourself, sweetie. Check yourself, boo. And kind of like, and you know what else to do? Because typically, when you start to get uninvited to folks' house or to events or to gatherings, it's probably happening with more than one person.
Let's talk about that. So we
Yeah.
can talk to the person who is the uninvited guest.
Yeah. Like, so when you see yourself not getting invited to places that you used to, or you see
Yeah.
that
What are the
things
things
are
that
starting to dwindle down, like
mm,
pay attention to that, right? And I would say if it's like two or more uninvites or two or more things that you used to being in certain circles and now you're not part of those circles, that you really start to have to do some self-discovery to see
yes.
like, what am I doing? What type of energy am I putting out in the
Yep.
atmosphere? Like, what are some things that I'm saying out of my mouth? Like, it's time to do a self check-in to see what's happening, because sometimes you don't know what you're doing when you're in it. But then when you start to see consequences as a result of your actions, then that should be a true indicator that,
Yeah, T.
hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, T.
I think I need to do a little check-in. I think I need to look at what I'm doing, because folks are like not feeling me right now.
Yeah. I think that's really good. I think to add to that, it's like people are watching you at all times.
Even when you
Even
don't
if
think
you're
they
not
are.
talking to them, they're
Yeah.
watching what you post. They're watching what you say, what you co-sign,
Yeah.
everything and
Especially your
all of that,
haters. They
right?
do more watching than anyone else. They just want to, it's like
Yeah,
that's the
hi
whole
haters,
thing.
because I know the haters is watching and listen to
Hi.
this.
Here, let me give you a kiss. Look at the camera. Kisses for you, boo. But
I literally
the haters watch
cannot
more than
stand
anything.
you.
The haters watch more than the people who support you. Believe
Oh
that.
yeah.
They want to just be seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, the views count
Nosy
too.
behind.
So
Nosy behinds.
yeah, but like to your point, if you're being uninvited,
Mm-hmm.
literally check yourself, check your
Mm-hmm.
energy. If
Check your energy.
check your energy, because it's probably not coming off in the way that you perceive. And everything is
Mhm.
about perception,
Yes,
not your
perception is
perception
real.
of
Perception is
yourself,
reality.
right? And this is
Mhm.
only if you care to be invited. If you don't care, then you don't got to worry
Yeah,
about any of this.
yeah.
Stay
But
in
I
your own
think,
lane, stay in your own bubble.
yeah, I'm glad that you said it, because it even goes beyond caring because you're invited. Because I honestly don't even know half the times when things are going, because I'm not abreast with social media like some of my other friends, like Shay.
Right.
I don't care enough to know what
I
you're
know.
having. But you know what? If I notice that there are people who are cutting me off, I'm 100%. Like, it's not even about the invite. It's about, like, if I know I'm getting cut off, I'm going to really think about, like,
Yep.
what am I doing? Like, what am I
Same.
saying?
Same.
What are people seeing in
Same.
me that I might not be seeing in myself? Because sometimes it's hard to see the things that are happening within yourself, or it's hard to really understand what the impact that you're making to other people, and especially if you're not getting any direct feedback, because sometimes people feel comfortable giving feedback, sometimes people just like, I don't want to deal with it, I cut you off. But
Go
if you're
off.
noticing, right?
Yeah, go off. You going, yeah,
if you're
you
if you're
preaching.
noticing though that folks are like, you know, they're not feeling you, then that's when you really need to like do exactly what Shay and I was talking about. It was like doing that kind of like self check-in and kind of sitting back and really understanding what you're doing. And listen, because we are huge proponents of talking to someone to get clarity and guidance, like, don't be afraid to talk it out, right? Whether it be
Yeah.
a counselor or someone else, like a third party, a neutral third party, where you can talk things out like, yo, like, I just lost about five of my friends and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And talk those things out, because, or you can seek feedback from maybe for someone who cut you off and like, hey, like, I understand that you don't mess with me anymore. I'm just curious of the reason why. And don't do it for that person, do it for yourself. Especially if you start to see that it's repeated, it's repetitive when it's happening continuously where folks are not feeling you. You should want to know what's up. Like,
That's
don't be
good.
afraid to ask for that feedback from people. Because if you want me to listen, if I cut you off and you want feedback, I'm happy to text it out to you. I probably don't want to really hear your voice, but I'm happy to drop you a few messages, a little
That's
talk
dope.
to text, because I don't even have to use my fingers nowadays. You could just talk it out. I love
Mhm.
that.
I love
Look at
that for
look
you.
at this
I love that for
dinosaur
you.
T
I'm
using
about to say, I
technology.
love that for you.
I talk it out and send
Yeah.
it to you. Just ask for the feedback though, because feedback's a gift. We talk about it all the time on how important feedback is. And you
But
know,
how do
you
you
can't
how do
change
you
without feedback.
but how do you deal with that feedback? Or how do you, because I feel like sometimes I don't even care. Like I don't even want you. I don't care why you don't fuck with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like so for instance, like I feel like I have a group of people in my life who don't fuck with me anymore. And I say that because it just feels good to say the word. When I'm tired, I need that's my way of getting energy. And honestly, like I've done nothing wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Like I know it's not me. I
Yeah.
know it's maybe I know it's not me, meaning I didn't do it on purpose or I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And maybe how I executed something that they didn't like, but
Mhm.
I'm like, it's not that I don't care about their feedback. I just know it's not going to be constructive. It's going to
Right.
be a personal situation,
Yeah.
like where it's like my energy bothered their spirit or so, or the way I
Yeah.
carry myself, and it's like I honestly don't care to hear about that, but maybe I should. I don't know.
Yeah. I
What do you
mean,
think?
yeah, I think you're right. I think too that in everything that you do, you have to use wisdom, right?
Yeah,
So folks who you know you're not feeling, they don't want to be bothered with you now.
like they
And it
changed
could
up,
be, yeah, because you change to be this new Shay that you need to be for you.
and that
They
could
not
be
they
it.
like the old Shay.
Yeah,
Like,
that could
why
be it.
care? Like, I don't care. Like, you don't like who I am. See ya. But that is because you know who those folks are,
Yeah,
right? It would be way different. And you and I would be having a whole different conversation if it's folks that you bang with, like some of your cool friends, like Nisa and the other ones that I met who you love.
yeah,
And all of a sudden, things are different with them. You're like, yo, you all right? Like, what's up?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we good?
That's
Because they're
good.
people who you genuinely care
Gosh,
about and love you, and you know that they love
I
you,
know that they love
and you know
me,
they bang with you.
even though
And
I love them.
right.
Sometimes it's not both sides. It's not you love them,
Right.
they love you. Sometimes it's you love them,
It's
and then they never
reciprocated.
really loved you.
Right.
So
But you
now,
know, if it's a mutual love
yeah.
and that love is being reciprocated, and you know that these are people who genuinely are in your corner and they want nothing but the best for you. And if you see a change with them, then yes, it's worthy because no matter what it is, love is always worth fighting for.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
love, because sometimes the wrong love is not, but good
yeah,
love is worth fighting for. And if
yeah,
people
T.
who bang with you and all of a sudden stop, you be like, niece, we good? Like,
Right.
we all right?
That would hurt me to the core.
Yes.
It
You're like,
really
what's
would.
up? You
I
know, and then
mean,
you could get
it
clarity.
all hurts me. It all hurts me because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love people.
Love,
So
love.
when it's
Dr.
not
Love.
Dr. Love, I got the
Love.
perfect voice now.
You do for Dr.
I
Love. We
know,
got to do a
right?
Dr. Love
We got to do
episode while you
it.
got it in you.
Exactly. So it all hurts me in a sense, but there's some things that you're able to move on from and kind of
Yeah.
just still do you,
Mhm.
knowing you're moving with intentional light, love, and respect. Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing that and you always have been doing that and they don't mess with that, then that's just something you can't change. Then
Right.
there are times, like you said, where it's like, nah, like I gotta figure that thing out.
I
Like
got to figure it out.
worth fighting for. And that was really good. So
It's
thank you.
worth fighting for, and it's worth things that are worth fighting for are worth gaining clarity when there's not a clear understanding, right?
Yeah.
Like it's worth it. And
Yeah.
life, we talk about life is just so short. Like tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. And that's why it's super important that you protect the people that you love. And when there's a disruption to the system, then it's worthy of having a conversation and gaining clarity so you can have a solve. But for the rest of those bobcats out there that ain't worthy, I say like go kick rocks and keep it moving. It's just as simple as that.
I'm with you.
Keep it moving. I don't got time for you.
Hey.
Bye bye. See you later. Have a nice life. I'm done with you. Well, Tippers, I think that's a good note to end on.
You make me feel
Not
good.
really a note, but look, it's the best that I can do, okay? I'm not a singer. Don't judge me. And don't be sending me those nasty little messages to my Instagram like, T, stop trying to sing. I do what I want, okay? And there's nothing you could do about it. But what you can do is continue to follow Tipping the Scales wherever you get your podcast. Please and thanks. Bye.
Bye.